confidence. And what tends to happen is somebody who's doing it for the first time goes into this drive and has to quickly learn. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Today we are here to talk about three things: why we recommend the beginner course for absolute beginners, the most common questions that we get when we are interacting with potential students, third, busting some misconceptions. So let's start with why we recommend you do the beginner course before you actually jump into your first club drive. The first reason that I strongly feel about is when you jump into your first club drive, you have a varied skill set between somebody who has done 5 drives versus somebody who's doing his first drive. There's a massive difference in the skill set that's there, and experience and confidence. And what tends to happen is somebody who's doing it for the first time goes into this drive and has to quickly learn. And that learning curve is so steep that that person ends up actually either damaging his vehicle in some way, at least the skirting or something in the front bumper perhaps, or if you have like a car which is already built for off-roading, like a Jeep Wrangler or a FJ, that might not happen and you might get away with it. But a lot of things that person compensates technique for speed. So at some point they realize that, okay, they are getting either stuck or they're having too many second attempts, and because of that they need more speed, and they compromise on technique to just overcome obstacles through speed, which is wrong because you're learning the wrong thing at the first go. So probably the best takeaway that you can have from the beginner course is that when you come for the beginner course, the session 1 is all about technique. We will drive slow and force you to focus on your technique, not compensate and just overcome obstacles through speed. The second, probably the most important thing in my mind, is you can learn techniques through experience, but there can be a scenario where you go almost 2 years without learning an essential technique, and that compromises your driving experience and your whole off-roading experience for those 2 years. So yes, you can learn by driving or you can learn through friends, but with formal education you're able to, or not, let's say not formal education, but with the right tutoring, with the right kind of environment to learn, you can learn the right technique from the very start, and you can optimize your experience through and through. All right. In the second part, we will cover the FAQs. So some of the most common questions that we get, the first one being, do I need any equipment? No, you don't need any equipment. We will provide you the equipment that you need for the first session, and we cover the equipment and recommended modifications, safety modifications, not performance modifications, in the first session. And we tell you why those are important, so you have an understanding of what you're getting and why is it necessary. Obviously, the other most common question is, can I bring a friend along? Can I bring my wife along? Yes, you can. The person who is driving only needs to be registered and paid for. The passengers, we don't mind. Obviously, there's a restriction on children. So if they are below 10 years of age, they can't be below 6 years of age. They have to be 6 or above to join any off-road drive of ours. And they need to have a proper seat till they reach the certain height. And we can talk about the specifics of this on WhatsApp. But yes, your family and friends are more than welcome to come and observe you, learn this beautiful skill, and go through this journey. So they're most welcome. What else do you need? So sometimes people just ask me like what else do I need besides my car? So you need a full tank of gas. You need some water, because when you're out here and you're doing this exercise, you tend to get dehydrated, so you need that. This course has been developed and is a product of last 15 years of experience of driving in the sand. Actually, even probably more than that, but 15 years of recorded experience and 5 years of actually paying attention to the techniques that I am doing, and then how to actually communicate those techniques and teach those techniques to others. Third, misconceptions. So a lot of people sometimes feel that they have driven with their friends a couple of times or gone for camping trips, and yes, they don't need the beginner course, they would probably need the intermediate course, which is not the case, because when you are driving out in these kind of club situations, the level is very different. When you go with your friends, the level mostly, unless one of your friends has had experience with these kind of clubs, the level is mostly very low. Or maybe low is not the word, but it's not, it doesn't match with the level that we will be driving on. So even if you have some experience with driving with your friends, going for camping trips or off-roading in other countries, essential course is a very good idea when you're starting out here. There's no harm in learning the right techniques that are required for this environment and this atmosphere. That's about it. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you have any more questions, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll be happy.